Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is hautemesstom, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you are new to my channel is all about loving our makeup collections as they currently stand, being critical of new makeup releases, and being considerate about the makeup that we bring into our collection. This is one of my favorite forms of videos, actually. They're not my most popular videos, but they are some of my favorite ones too. They're called Let's Play with Makeup videos, and what I do in these videos is I pull out things that are both new to me that I am still testing, and also use things that I just feel like I haven't touched in my collection in a while and marry them together. And so I use them, and then at the end of the video, after I use everything, I recap how I felt about using each item. This is just a way for me to check in with my collection, and what I've heard from my subscribers is that they like to put these videos on while they're putting on their own makeup, and so it's a kind of like makeup playtime for the both of us, and we're just like, you know, we're like playing together. So that's the vibe. If that sounds good to you, I would love to have you subscribe to my channel. That'd be very nice of you. But even nicer would be a like on this video, and even nicer would be a comment on this video. And the nicest thing you could do is I'm on Patreon if you want to support me there. I already have base stuff on. So I primed my face with the glowy makeup serum from Laneige. And even though I didn't use these on camera, I will talk about them at the end of the video. I used the Perfecting Complexion Stick from Merit for my base. And now what I'm going to do while I'm with you is I'm going to set my base with the Pat McGrath setting powder. And then we will move along to the rest of my products because I do believe that I want to keep everything powder on top of this today. I painted my nails today. I haven't painted my nails in a minute, so clock them. I finally felt like my hands were like healed enough from my like eczema flare up from a couple weeks ago, where I felt like comfortable, you know, getting like acetone that close to my finger. It has been this weekend was a long weekend for me. I'm not gonna detail everything that happened this weekend because there's still a lot of things that are in limbo. Nothing related to my channel, all personal stuff that I'm like not really comfortable talking about. Everything is fine. No need to ask questions in the comments. Just like some things are in limbo. And that's always an uncomfortable space to be in, right? Whenever like we're unsure where something is going or whatever, and like living in that uncertainty is very difficult. Also, I do want to recap. The reason I have already applied this is that I am doing my foundation review of this product. And so that footage of me applying this essentially for this video will appear in my detailed review on this and the other Merit products that I am trying out. I'm still living that cool girl fantasy, so cool girls don't have chapped lips. Well, so it's a nice way to prep. We're not going to finish with just lip balm, but we want to start with lip balm. I don't normally start with complexion, so let's get going. Today I'll be contouring with the Rodial contouring powder. This is a product that no longer exists, so I apologize. It will still be linked below, but I don't think you can buy it anymore. So it won't actually be there, but it will have a link. Essentially, I found a really easy way to do like my linking down below, and I still want to put products that may be discontinued in my description, but I have found a cheat where I can still like add them to my list, which is like just very easy for me. So if I ever have like accidentally duped you into thinking something was discontinued was available to purchase again, I apologize. That was not my intention down there. That was not my intention down there. This weekend, besides, we'll talk about some things I did this weekend that weren't the thing that I'm a little hung up on. I went to brunch. Now, I think I have gone to brunch amidst, you know, the state of the world. So, but I can't remember. Oh, I did. Okay, I do remember. That was the only other time I think I've gone to brunch. So I went to brunch this weekend. I really love, now, I'm not, I like drinking in the morning because I'd much rather nap it off and then like have a second day, like have a morning day drink and then have a second day. Now, not really not to like drink again in the afternoon, just like only morning drinking. Nap it off, have an evening that's nice and, you know, feels good. The place we had brunch at had a calzone, a breakfast calzone. So it was like, the bread was biscuit. I meant to say the bread was like biscuit It had scrambled eggs, bacon, and sausage in it. It was much more delicate, and it wasn't like something that after I ate it, I felt like sick, which is like kind of what I was expecting. You know how like there's a food that looks so good on the menu, like so good on the menu, but you're like, I won't feel good when that's done. That was how I felt. That's really what I thought was gonna happen, but it didn't, and it didn't. I also went to the mall, and I went to the mall in Pittsburgh that has a Nordstrom in it. So remember how I had like at the beginning of March, I had like a lot of budget to play with? I have expelled it. I've expelled it. So I have some stuff on the way. I have some stuff on the way that they didn't have in store at Nordstrom, but I did buy at Nordstrom that is being shipped to me. And I also actually picked up a couple other Merit products because I had been liking what I had been vibing with. And I thought, well, let me try some other Merit things, which was just another lipstick because I really like the formula. And then I also bought their blush, which I'm not going to be applying today. I figured my Merit review would be like a Merit review where I like review all three things. So it'll still have my typical foundation review in it with this, but also reviews of the blush and the lipstick. For bronzer today, I'm going to be using the Hourglass. I feel like I haven't used this on camera in so long. So basically, what I'm learning is I cannot brunch and then go shopping. We cannot shop while tipsy. Although I wasn't even tipsy, so I was in the right state of mind. I just got really excited to be like at the mall. Can you tell I don't really go out much? It's like not my destiny. I like being out and I also hate it. And it was also interesting with like, I don't know, with the COVID lack of restrictions now, it does feel a little bit weird to me to go out. And although the mall wasn't very busy, it was 80 degrees this weekend, both weekend days. It was like 80 degrees, super sunny. So people were out and about. People were outside. So the mall actually, it wasn't incredibly busy, but it still made me uneasy being inside with a lot of people. A lot of people who I don't know and don't know what they're up to and what they are then about. Also, someone said in my video, my cool girl video, that the halter top really suited me, and I just want you to know that I did buy more halter tops because of your comment. So thank you. Pause for the cause right here. Typically, I don't like talk about my makeup as I'm doing this in my Let's Play with Makeup. However, I have not applied this on camera, and I'm sure that many of you have seen the Bare Minerals bronzer be talked about on many other channels. I did not get mine until this year, and I am working on, you won't believe this, but I am working on my Summer of Blush video. But I have not applied this on camera. So I'm going to apply it real quick, and I'm going to show you what this looks like. I have the shade Kiss of Copper, because orange. I almost bought the deepest one because I typically like blushes that are formulate like that have that deeper. I like a blush that's gonna have a punch on my light skin. I like that. That's a vibe that I really like. Oh my god! Every time I bump this one thing that's on my vanity, and I don't even have as much stuff as I usually do on my vanity, but it keeps like dinging like a hotel bell, like hello. So I'm gonna apply this real quick. I'm gonna use the other side now. When I'm applying blushes, I do like to play around with different brushes. So I have a couple different blush brushes. I have been finding that this is the one that I have been enjoying with the bronzer the most. I'm gonna just start at the back of my cheekbone and bring it to the front. Okay, I maybe put a little too much on. However, I'm gonna zoom you in. So if you're not new here, you'll remember that I also think I need to clean this out. I think that this is actually getting shimmer on my brushes that is not in product. Now, this definitely has a sheen to it, but I do see some micro glitters in there, and I don't remember that being part of the process, but I really could be wrong. I could be wrong. So, I wouldn't even like put on a highlighter with this. Like, I will be, because I'm like extra and I love that, but like, I see how this is kind of like a complexion product that someone would put on their cheek and that would be it. Now, I don't think it's like, I don't feel like this would replace my bronzer for me and like what I like in makeup. I could see based on like the way that this performs, I definitely applied more blush than I wanted to. Okay, so I toned it down a little bit with put some bronzer remnants on top of it, and then also just put a little bit more what was left on my powder brush to bring it down because I did not mean to put that much on. I got really carried away. So this is really what I was talking about. Whenever I get, I have gotten this, I feel like I have like messed this up because I was like, I was coming here to tell you the praises of the bronzer, and I feel like all the things that I just did were like not the way to showcase that. Anyway, I see it. I see it and I feel it. And everyone who has celebrated the bronzer so much, thank you for doing that, because I'm glad that I did decide to purchase it because of all of the praises that I heard about it. It feels like a very special blush. And coming from Bare Minerals, which is a brand that I often feel doesn't like make things that feel really special, this is something. This is something else. This is truly it. Like, I don't know. The bronzer is that girl. And if they were to release more shades that I found more interesting than the other two pinkier shades, I could see myself wanting more in this. Anyway, moving right along, for highlight today, I'll be using the Milk Makeup Flex Highlighter in the shade Lit. I do believe that these are gone, but I'm not 100%, but I do feel as though every time I go to look for it, it's not a thing that I can find. Went to the mall this weekend. Also, I went to a restaurant I hadn't been to in Pittsburgh, which is, not that I go to every restaurant in Pittsburgh, but like, I know some good places because like, me and my friends, well, okay, I'm friends with foodies and I think that's the best place to be. I'm not really interested in being a foodie myself, but do I like a fine dining experience? Yes. Do I like it to be like the reservations made and curated and everything else be done by someone else? Yes. I love food, but I couldn't tell you. You know how there are people who could be like, while you're eating, they'll be like, oh yes, I can like taste whatever. I'm not claiming to be a super taster, and I'm also not claiming that my friends are super tasters, but like, after I eat at a nice restaurant, I think I've mentioned this before on my channel. After I go to like a nice restaurant, and if I go to have like this fine dining experience, and then I see someone who knows that I had that fine dining experience, and they were like, what was it like? My answer almost 9 times out of 10 is like, oh, it's so good. And they'll be like, well, what did you like about it? I was like, the food was so good. I cannot break down the food that I had for you. I don't think about it that much. Like, that's not what food is for me. But food is like, it's in front of me. I'm enjoying that experience as it is happening. And I can relay to you that like, it was a really excellent experience, but I cannot break down all the things that I had. Like, it just like isn't how I function. For eyeshadow today, I pulled out the Metropolis palette, which I used one shade on my eyes a couple days ago. What am I talking about? But I didn't do like a full look with. I did like graphic liner with one of the shades in here. And so today I want to play with the palette a little bit more. And I'm not really sure what journey I'm going on, but I'm going to start prepping my eyes. I'll be using the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. I didn't have this pulled out, so now I do. A quick aside. So there has been issues with the way I record my videos for a while now, but it was like one that I could adapt to. It wasn't like a huge problem. Like, it was an annoying problem, but it wasn't a huge problem. So most YouTubers record right onto their camera and like record onto a memory card. And a lot of people use DSLRs. A lot of people do, but not everyone, but a lot of people use DSLRs, which is like type of camera, for those of you who aren't familiar, to record their videos. Now, there are many brands of DSLRs. Like, I have a DSLR. The thing that they do, though, DSLRs, when you use a DSLR to record your videos, they only record video for 30 seconds, and you can't record past that. So I found a workaround where essentially I have, like, my camera hooked up as, like, a webcam, and I record my videos through QuickTime. And when I first made the change, because I used to do that every half hour, but you guys have caught how long-winded I am, and I would forget that it would be up every 30 minutes, and I wouldn't check. And so sometimes I would record only half a video. And so I'd be done, and then I'd be like, oh crap, I didn't record any of that because the camera wasn't on. The camera wasn't doing it. And I would only ever catch it because my camera, luckily enough, whenever it like has been paused for too long and it's not actively doing something, what it does is it the lens closes, whatever. And I also had problems with my camera overheating when I was using the battery. Like it would always overheat. So I could record for 30 minutes and then my camera would be overheated. And there was like a lot of times where I would have like makeup like this much done when I still had intentions of doing more. My camera would overheat and I would have to like lay down on my bed, whatever. So anyway, I figured I Googled this high and low. I found this person who is a streamer and was talking about using DSLRs as your webcam. And that's why streamers live stream quality looks so good, is because they are essentially using a DSLR as their webcam. So that is what I'm doing, but I'm recording into QuickTime. For whatever reason, there was some glitch whenever an operating system updated, and it would only record for 10 minutes and 56 seconds. It's such a specific thing. And I like Googled that. I like went on to Google and was like, my QuickTime's only recording for 10 minutes and 56 seconds. Turns out it was like a thing. It was a thing that other people were experiencing. So it wasn't just me. That felt good. That felt good because I felt absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. I think I'm going to go like really ready. Really, really ready. I don't know how deep this is going to be. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, this is... Okay, this is the color of the bronzer. This shade is the color of the bronzer. I already had the bronzer in my collection. Ooh, orange. Ah! Yes. 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 I am not a fan of like wearing orange, the color on me, but I am a big fan of orange cosmetics. It's like really, it's quite interesting. Like that feels like that shouldn't be it. What happened, I think I also got this on camera, but I like didn't elaborate and I kept it in a video. So what happened was the other day my operating system updated like automatically while I was sleeping or whatever, however Macs do. And that means that all of those hour-long videos that I record way more footage than an hour, I was recording in 10-minute and 56-second increments, and I was like saving and then starting over and saving, starting over, because the alternative was going back to my camera overheating every 30 minutes, and then like it's just was such a long process. Like it was really frustrating because I had just streamlined my process like using QuickTime, and it would like let me record as long as it did, and then like the operating system updated and then I couldn't do that anymore. It was like I had just figured that out, and I was like, that's gonna be so great whenever I have guests on, because like whenever you have people who aren't YouTubers, they don't know like the nuances of the technology. Like that stuff is tough. And I don't even have the most nuanced technology. Like the lighting I use, I don't use soft boxes because I didn't want them to take up that much room, because this is my bedroom and it's only so big and I only have so much space. So I like found like a more compact way of lighting my space. But I don't know that, I bet if I had like soft boxes and I really researched lighting, I probably could be better with my lighting, but I'm happy with the quality of my stuff right now. Anyway, the other day, I was recording a segment of a video and I thought I only had like my 10 minutes and 57 seconds. But it would cut me off. It would like shut itself off. Like it wouldn't record. Like I didn't have to be cognizant of it. It would stop. It would just stop. And so I was recording a video the one day. I was doing my thing. And then I felt like I had been recording for a really long time. I double check my monitor. On my monitor, it's like still recording. And so then I like jiggle the thing to see how much time I've been recording. And I've been recording for 20 minutes. And I was like, did they fix the glitch? And they have. So now I can record all my one-line stream of consciousness nonsense again. And I'm so thrilled about it. Like, that's such a stupid thing to be so thrilled about. But, like, it made me so happy. Oh, so happy. I, like, was like, this day will never come. And it was, like, a thing on, like, the Apple support forums. There's, like, this long thread that I had been following. And I had been, like, searching to see. And, like, other people were trying to, like, figure out, like, back ways to like get around it, and like there was nothing. There was like no way to get around it. So we were all just kind of like waiting. And oh my God, what a glorious moment. This isn't the eye shape I wanted it to do. You know how your iPhone will show you like old pictures, like random old pictures every day? It'll just be like, here's some memories for you. Well, my iPhone, that's if you have an iPhone, but my Google Photos did it too when I had a Google phone. So listen, I played both sides of the coin. I don't need anyone in my comments being like, I've done it both. The thing was, I think I had just been, like but my phone before this was a Android phone. I didn't like the keyboard, which is a very specific thing, and I had that phone for a year, and I still didn't like the keyboard a year in. I liked a lot of other things about the phone. Anyway, sorry, back to the point of the story. I am mixed tangential crabs hailing from Baltimore. Like, okay. Even though this isn't the eye shape I want to do, I've not played with these rusty oranges, which is so bizarre for me. Just a spit erupting from my mouth. Well, know that I love these rusty tones. Or maybe this is a new love. Maybe it's unfair for me to say that we all know that I've always loved these rusty tones, because I don't think that is true. I actually don't think that is true. I can't say that I've always loved that. But I'm feeling that way. I'm like, why have I never done this before? But like, look at it. Look at these. These are pretty. Oh my God. I love this. I love where we're headed. My phone goes, do you remember this look? And I remembered that look. And it was like my signature eye shape, but I had done it a little bit differently, and I clocked a difference. I was like, oh, I want to do that again. As I was pulling out this makeup, I was like, I want to do that again. And I surely forgot. Shirley. Hi, Shirley. Recording is much easier for me again. God bless. Godspeed. Also, so if you guys have watched my Rare Beauty review, my Rare Beauty tinted moisturizer review, at the beginning you may have clocked that a person was singing at you, and that certainly wasn't me. And I hope you could have clocked that it wasn't. Not that the person who sang it is an untalented human. Hopefully you could tell that we were all just joking. But that's the boo. The boo. I told him I was doing a Rare Beauty review, and he was like, "Oh, I know that song." Proceeds to sing not that song. I don't even know. I don't know Selena Gomez's music career, so it could have been any song, and I would be like, "Yeah, that's fine." And he had requested. He was like, "You can use the song in your video," and I was like, "I surely can't because of copyright." He was like, I don't think Selena would do that to you. And I was like, one, I don't think it would matter what Selena thought. I think it would be her record label. And he was like, I'll record a cover. And so that's why I put that at the top of that video. Video? At the top of that video. So if you were a little bit confused or had questions, I'm here to answer. Why am I already doing lower lash? Lash line. I haven't even finished the top. Yet here I am putting eyeshadow, drop shadow on. There are some options as far as like lid colors go. Maybe that. The other thing about Natasha Denona is like you never know which formulas are sheer and which ones aren't. I'm a makeup genius. These are all things that we all know to be true. Yes, that's what you tell your friends. You're like, follow this makeup genius. They are so talented and beautiful, and you need to experience their stunning beauty. And they're also an idiot. So what I did was I used this all over the lid, and then I put this is like a topper shade, and it's like has the green tints. Yeah, that's what I put on top of that shimmer, and that's where we are. Wow, we are looking so chic. And then to continue, my new hero eyeliner, the Coffee Beauty Tiger Queen liner, I'm going to tightline and also put it on the lower lash line. This outfit doesn't really go with the vision that we're currently serving, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to spray my face, and then I'm going to fan my face, so I'll be right back. This brush it's like not super dense. It is the closer you get to the bottom, but like there's some like lighter bristles up here. I think what I want to do is just like, to make it a little more editorial, like blow out the eye with some of the blush. Okay, I think that's cute. I think that's cute. Do you think it's cute? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm feeling it. Look at me. Ooh. Ah. I'm gonna put on the Lash Clash mascara from YSL real quick. We have made it to lips, so I'm going to remove the Mario Badescu lip balm. And now I'm going to apply the Pat McGrath Lambs lip liner in the shade Supernatural. This is like a little bit of a confession time. As I told you, I bought some more Merit products, and the signature lip, and obviously this will definitely be mentioned in my review. I was really impressed with this, and I have not really ever like found a lipstick, that formula that I was like, this is the one, right? This is the one that, like, if I could have every lip color that I would use come in that formula, I would want it. So I bought the shade Slip to add to my collection. Oh no, oh no. Well, that's fine. That was my fault. I nicked the top of it off. But it is just like essentially the lighter nude brown than 1990, which I still love, by the way. I didn't buy this because I wasn't unhappy with 1990. I also considered buying, they have a pink shade called Baby, and it's not like a super hot pink, but it was a pink shade that I was actually interested in, which is uncommon for me. All right, here we are. This is the final look. Little orange baby. I'm gonna zoom you in so you can take a look at the skin, take a look at what's happening. Now is the time in the video where I review everything I used. So, the Laneige Glowy Makeup Serum, which wasn't used in this video, but was used right prior to this video. This is a product that I continue to enjoy. And learning more about it, using it more, I always like it. Like, this is something that I always will intend on having in my collection. I might try another makeup serum primer after this to give it a go. But if I don't like that, I will come running back to this. I adore this. I adore it, and it did exactly what I asked it to do today. But you'll see that in the video for this product, the Merit Perfecting Complexion Stick. I get that wrong so many times. The amount of takes I have to do to say that right is just unbelievable. I continue to be impressed with this product. I will tell you more about this combination and why I did it, because if you've ever watched my foundation reviews, you know that I normally use the Bobbi Brown all of the days, but I needed to spice it up a bit. And there was a reason for that. But I have been enjoying this. I'm thinking long and hard about this. I'm having feelings. They're not bad feelings. They're just, you know, I'm allowed to have feelings. I'm allowed to. Oh my God. Shut up. For contour today, the Rodial contouring powder. This is like, I'm not really like a panner, but like I do love finishing products. So like I have pan going in here. So this is just like, even though this is a discontinued product. And also I don't believe in like not talking about product just because it's discontinued. Even though that is a discontinued product, I do want to continue to use it until I complete it. And that's just like a deluxe size sample. So I still have some ways to go. The Pat McGrath powder, I have been enjoying this. If you're new to my channel, I recently just finished a Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, which I'd been working on for like quite a bit of time. And I really like the Laura Mercier, but this is providing something, I don't know it's like doing anything extra. I do think just that it's maybe slightly bit more finely milled than the Laura Mercier, and it works really well. Don't know that it's my be-all, end-all setting powder, but I have been enjoying it while I've been using it. The Hourglass bronzer, I absolutely adore these. I think they just need to extend the shade range, and I don't know why they won't. But these, you throw them on and they just like don't feel like too much, and they do so much for your skin. They're really that girl. And I have been actually using this quite a bit more than I had been in a while. As you may or may not know, that Chanel bronzer has been taking a pretty big chunk of the spotlight recently. I really like using that, but I have thoughts on why I think I really like using that, but those will come in another video too. Anyway, have been very much enjoying very much been enjoying spending some more time with that Hourglass bronzer because, you know, you have this fear when you bring some new things into your collection. You're like, am I ever going to touch that again? And it turns out yes. It turns out yes, and it warrants being in my collection because, you know, every now and then I have like these passing thoughts about things that used to be a staple in my collection that I haven't touched in a while. I'm like, should they even be there? And then I try them again. I'm like, now I know why you're here. I know why you're here. Speaking of, I know why you're here, although it kind of got outshined by another product today. The Milk Flex highlighter is beautiful. I love it. It's gorgeous. It's stunning. The bronzer, where are you? This blush is special. And so I do actually think this has micro shimmer in it, which I don't think I've clocked at first. And you may recall that I used another blush, the M Cosmetics Mineral Veil blush something. And I didn't really like the micro shimmers in it. I have less of a problem with in this formula. And I don't know what that is. Maybe it's the consistency, but also I feel like this doesn't actually have micro glitters in it because I feel like that would be something that a lot of other people wouldn't like. I do think that that's just like micro shimmers that are on my blush brush from using this, which has probably an incredulous amount of shimmer particles in it getting on my brushes as I'm wiping off other product. So I think that might be it, but this might have micro shimmers in it. Anyway, I love this. It's annoying, but it's so good. And like in my heart of hearts, I'm like, should I try more stuff from Bare Minerals? And I watch Kelly Gooch. Kelly Gooch praises Bare Minerals to the moon and back. It's just like, it doesn't inspire artistry. However, I did do something a little, like, not super kooky, but I did some like intense blush situations with this, which like you can do with natural looking shades, but it's like, I don't know. I want something that I feel inspired by when I'm using it. I love that. It's a gorgeous product, but like thinking about Bare Minerals extended, like the brand, like, is that something I really want to explore? I don't actually know about all that. Like, I don't know about all that. MAC Paint Pot, never have issues with it. We love to see it. The Lash Clash. It's really good. It's very my speed. It's very my speed. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think I do. I think it is. I think it wins. I think it is. I think it's in. It's in. It's in. It's my new favorite mascara. It's my favorite mascara. Although, take that with a grain of salt. I have not tried many of the mascaras that are like really popular on the market right now, but this works for me enough that I would be like, why risk it trying another formula when I'm done with this? If I'm paying for it, right? Assuming that I would never get something in PR that would be a mascara product. But like, I also don't want to play that game either where it's like, I just like, you know, I think mascara is one of those things, like once you found it, why buy another one? Because you'll just want to continue to use the same one over and over again. And sometimes, but I think you need some variety in some other products to play around with, like, you know, some foundations. And not need, but like, I don't know how you warrant having more than one mascara open at a time. And I think that is something that gets me. The only reason, like, I understand that beauty influencers live in a different world, but as a consumer, like me as a consumer, as someone who wears makeup, and my thoughts as someone who wears makeup, unless you are like reviewing multiple mascaras at once, you should only have one tube open. And I stand by that. I like do. Unless you layer mascaras, because I know that that's something that's pretty popular for people to do, and like that's how you get your perfect lash. I only need one. This one's doing it for me. Why would I switch it up? I don't think mascara is an exciting enough product to like search high and low for like something that might be better than this. I hadn't played with this side. I haven't played with like the oranginess in this side of the palette really much at all. And so it was really nice to do that today. I think I look at my eyes, look at my green eyes. They're like Cleopatra, Cleopatra. Do you guys remember that song? Probably not. But anyway, really had fun playing with like the warmer tones in this today and like not so much the greens. Also, I think when I think of this palette, I often just think of the green shades and forget that half the palette is like not even green. Like most of the shades aren't even green. And also there's those 2 pops of blues in there, which I have yet to play with, but the orange and blues would be a nice like contrasting situation because they're opposites on the color wheel. But I'm very happy with the eye look I got today. Miss Tanasha Denerney. It's like, I can't say Natasha Denona like some people can't say Benedict Cumberbatch. So we might just have an ongoing joke where I'm like, Natasha Denerney. And you will know who I'm talking about. The Colothy eyeliner in Tiger Queen. She's that girl. And if you were on my Instagram at the day I record this, Faceforward on Instagram, she is really great. She does makeup content. She has also a YouTube channel, but I do believe she focuses mostly on her Instagram. Anyway, she posted that she'd been eyeing up Tiger Queen because I have been singing its praises recently. And then because she tagged me, I like posted it in my story. I was like, Tiger Queen is that girl, always has been that girl. And then Coffee Beauty, I love that. I love Inception. And so it was very fun. Very fun. Coffee Beauty. Also, that was gifted. This was gifted to me, just so you know, just to be clear. This and the Merit. Yeah, these were both PR. These are the only things that were PR that I used today. So just keep that in mind because, you know, you can think that, like, keep that in mind because it might be, I'm not feeling biased. I would definitely give something a bad review if I didn't like it. But I actually played with these eyeliners a really long time before deciding to sing their praises. Only because I don't wear eyeliner is like not something that I'm like super into or concerned about. But this one really, really does it for me. It's really the shade, but the formula is gorgeous and it lasts a really long time. I have only good things to say about the formula, but the color, this color, Coffee did something. Coffee did something. I like the Pat McGrath lip liners, but again, I've said this in other videos, but in case you're new here, I've not ever used another lip liner. And I'm saying that not as a brag, but like this was the first formula of lip liner I've used. And I like bought 3 shades and I just haven't explored much lip liner past that other than the Patrick Ta one. So like I have 2 different types of lip liners. And I do think the Patrick Ta one is like a very distinct lip liner, whereas this is like much more neutral. Anyway, like this, it does what it needs to do. Don't know that I need to like continue exploring like bougie lip liners. The Merit lipstick in Slip. Look at her. Look at her. This formula, bar none, my favorite lipstick formula. I'll say that, full stop, period. I love it. I love it. I love the finish of it. I love the buildable pigment of it. I just love it. I just love it. I love that it feels moisturizing, but I also love that it feels like it's going to stay in place. Not like, don't think like matte stay in place, but like it's gonna stay in place because the formula is designed to stay creamy, stay dreamy, stay beautiful, but not travel, which I love, And other people have said this, Faceforward said this, because she had just bought the Merit lipstick too. And so I love to corroborate how I feel about things by like, because I watch beauty content too, corroborate with other people, being like, the packaging of this looks chintzy, but it is heavy. It feels luxe. It's really nice. It is really nice packaging, but it does look like Maybelline or something like that when you first see it or when you see it in promotional photos. But feeling it, she's dense. I think that's it. We have a full face of makeup on. I'm about to record a Patreon video. I think the Patreon video will likely come out before this one because patrons are priority and I owe them 2 videos. So if you want to support me on Patreon, go ahead and support me there. I do normally 2 videos a month, but I messed up my March. So now I owe 3 videos and I still owe 2 and it's April 26th. So, you know, I'm doing my best, but like it seems that every month more and more things seem to happen. And I get surprised every time. That wraps things up for me. If you want to follow me on Instagram, listen to my podcast, buy anything from any of the things, it's all going to be linked down below. Make sure you check those out. Merit has given me an affiliate link that's like directly to Merit. So if you want to buy anything from Merit, go ahead and buy that. But obviously don't buy anything out of your means. If you weren't planning on buying from Merit, I'm not asking you to like change your mind to buy something from Merit. It's just there. And remember to follow your haute, and you will find me. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in my next one. Bye. Friend.